especially if that mood and that behavior became one of what they call violence. And by violence, they only mean when a black man protects himself against the attacks of a white man. This is what they mean by violence. They don't mean what you mean, because if they're against violence, they don't even use the word violence until someone gives the impression that you're about to explode. When it comes time for a black man to explode, they call it violence. But white people can be exploding against black people all day long. It's never called violence. Because I even have some of you come to me and ask me, am I for violence? I'm the victim of violence, and you're the victim of violence. In fact, you've been so victimized, you can't recognize it for what it is today. Their fear was that the changing image of the African would have the tendency to change your and my image much too much. And they knew that as the image of Africa changed, you and I tended to identify with Africa where we didn't formally do so. You and I tended to sympathize with Africa where we didn't formally do so. And their fear was that sympathy and that identity would eventually develop into a sort of an allegiance for African hopes and aspirations above and beyond America's hopes and aspirations. And so they had to do something to create a division among the Afro-American, or between the Afro-American and the African, so that you and I and they could not get together and coordinate our efforts and make faster progress than we have been making up to that time. They don't mind you struggling for freedom as long as you struggle according to their rules. As long as you let them tell you how to struggle, they go for your struggle. As long as they let them tell you how much not, to exert too much energy, then they go for your type of struggle. But as soon as you come to one of them who's supposed to be for your freedom and tell him you're for freedom by any means necessary, he gets away from you. He's for his freedom by any means necessary, but he'll never go along with you trying to get your freedom by any means necessary.